the leftmost x value, the rightmost x value. And as a reminder, you already said it, but if it's a closed circle, those are the right symbols, open like that. So for that
Okay.
middle piece, it's -3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3.
Okay. I'm writing down the circle stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now the last one is a little bit different. It starts here, open circle, but it goes to the right forever. That's a little bit different. That means that x is greater than 3 because it goes forever to the right.
Okay. And that's it.
That's it. Now we still have to fill in the functions, but always do this stuff. I mean, that's 50% of the problem.
Okay.
All right, so this equation of the line here, number one, your form is mx plus b. You probably remember that from a previous course, or it looks familiar.
Yeah.
The slope you can get from the graph. You literally just calculate the rise over the run. So this is down and then right. How many down is it?
Uh, sorry, I'm moving positions here. Um,
No problem. Let me know when
so
you're established, because
yeah.
you can look on your paper to do this too. Like, you don't have to get it from me.
All right. So it's um, so 4. So -4.
Down 4 and then right how many?
Um, is that -6? So
Yeah. Do you have this paper in front of you?
-3. Or 3. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got
Get
it.
it. Yeah,
Sorry.
it's gonna be easier. It's gonna be easier if you got it in front of you. I mean, we're going through a screen and a snip. So yeah, so it's -4/3 x. Now to get the b value, this isn't the best type of example of this, but sometimes you can actually just extend the line. In this case, you really can't. So there's a bit more work to do for this one. So like typically you would just extend the line and then figure out where it hits, but that is not possible here. So kind of alternatively here, you're going to have to use the one of the endpoints. So we'll use this -6 comma 4. So your equation right now is y equals -4/3 x plus b, and you're going to use that point -6 comma 4 in there. So 4 equals -4/3 times -6 plus b. And so you're going to solve for b here. Do you want to give
Okay.
that a try for me, please?
Yeah. That would be 24, 24 thirds. So 8.
Okay, keep going. You got to
Oh
solve
yeah,
for
right,
b.
right, right. So 4 equals 14.
Well, it's 4 equals, you just said it, 8 plus b. So how do
Oh,
you
sorry. For
solve this
some
for
reason, I
b?
thought that was a 6. I don't know why.
Yeah, my
Uh,
handwriting's not great, especially late in the day.
yeah, I get it.
So subtract 8 from both sides. What's the value of b?
-4.
-4. So that goes back in here. So that's where that comes from for the first part.
Okay, so you kind of just have to like just think of the y equals in your head,
Yeah, it
right?
really
Like,
is. It really is y equals this. F of x is
okay.
really y, but there's three pieces to it. All right, now this piece two is a horizontal line. Do you remember how to write the equation of a horizontal line? So that is always y equals a number. It's whatever the y value is. What's the y value down here? Maybe you are muted. I did not hear an answer. Jack, let me know when you're there.
Can
Right,
you hear
Jack,
me?
let me know if you're there. Yeah. So you're
Yeah, I
back.
don't
I was
know
asking,
what
eh,
happened. Sorry.
stuff happens. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Um, so horizontal lines always have the equation y equals a number. What is the y value down here at 2?
Uh, it's just sorry, I'm trying to count it.
Just the
The
y value. Whatever the y value is, that's it. The y is how
negative
many
two.
down is -2. That's it.
Uh-oh, did it lag out again?
You're still there.
Oh,
I
okay,
can
I
still hear you.
freaked out. Oh,
I do
jeez.
I do pause.
No, no, it's good.
I just don't truly want to be on camera the whole time. I mean, sometimes I'm eating, sometimes I'm,
Yeah,
whatever but I mean, I can
yeah,
dictate and we can work through the problems and
that's
yeah,
good.
things like that. This last one here
Mm-hmm.
is also a line. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to find the slope. And so the slope's a little bit harder here. We're going to use that point there. And then this point right here is 6 comma 3. Could you find the slope for us on that?
Yeah, 2 over, or is that, no, is that,
So it's rise over
that's
run. How
1.
much? That's 3. It's 1
Yeah,
up.
so
And then,
1,
there's a lot of grids, but it's like, how many
yeah,
over is
it's
it?
kind of weird. Uh, um,
Looks like
sorry.
it's 3 over to me.
Yeah.
So 1/3 x plus b. Now this time you kind of can extend the line
Uh-huh.
and you can see where it hits. Where would it hit if you were to extend the line there?
1.
There you go. So there's the third.
Okay, B, because B is just the y-intercept, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So did we even need to solve the first one, really, or could we just
Well,
have done that?
you couldn't really get it all the way. I mean, you could maybe do it.
Okay. So why didn't we solve the second one then?
It was a horizontal line. Horizontal lines are always y equals a number.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's go and do number 3 next. Sometimes I don't do them in order because I feel like it doesn't necessarily help with the learning. So this one's a little bit easier, sort of. The there's two ways to do this. You've kind of done it the first way in your sheet there where you use the absolute value. Let's not do that. Let's just break it up and do it as two lines. So piece one, piece two, f of x is, and we got two pieces here, and start with the inequality. So what's the leftmost x value? What's the rightmost x value of this first piece?
The leftmost, would that be -2?
-2 less than x. And then up here at the top is 4.
Okay, it wouldn't be the next point, or it wouldn't be
Well,
8,
I'm breaking this up into
2.
two rather than doing the absolute value, which is they're actually kind of both correct. So because I want us to do another practice here where you kind of find a slope in the b value here.
Okay.
So the first one is mx plus b again, some sort of a line. Could you calculate the slope of this line? You can either use the extreme points or you can kind of use in between points.
Okay, so I think the slope is 1/2.
It is 1/2, yeah. So we can fill that in. Where does it cross the y-axis?
0.
0. So you don't have to put anything for that. Now this other one, what's the slope of this other line?
That is 1 over or -1/2.
It's -1/2 x. Now this is that thing where it's like, well, if you could extend the line, maybe you could see where it hits, but you can't. So in that case, you have to use one of the points. So let's use this 8 comma 0 to solve for b.
Okay, wait, where do we get the 8?
Right over here,
Oh,
just one of
okay.
these endpoints.
So we just would put that in for x.
Yes, yes, put it in for x.
Okay, so y equals -4 plus
Zero,
b.
zero, zero
Oh,
is the y value.
okay. All
Negative
right,
one
so
half times
yeah.
8 plus b. So what,
So 0 equals -4 plus b,
okay, and
and
what does b become?
4.
B is 4. So that's your intercept there. All right, let's do another here. Doing great.
Okay, hold on. For some reason, I had thought you could use the slope as like a x, y, and just do that instead of
Uh,
needing another point to find x, I guess.
to find b, you always need another point
Okay.
if you don't have the crossing.
All right.
All right, number 4. Okay, so how many pieces does this graph have?
Looks like 3.
3. So we got this on the left, it's quadratic, a line, and then a line. So again, the first thing you do is the domain. So like, what's the leftmost x value? What's the rightmost x value of this parabola?
Okay. For number 1.
Yes, for the first one.
Uh, so -6 and -3.
Yes. So -6. Is it an open or a closed circle here at the top?
Uh, Open, so
So
that's just with
that's a
no
less than.
equal.
And then
Okay.
what symbol goes here for this one?
That is the less than or equal to.
Yes. All right. How about the middle number 2 here?
Okay, that is -3 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 4 or 3, right?
Yes. And then how about the last one?
Uh, 3 is less than, oh, this one is weird.
It's to the right, so it's
Oh, so
always
it's
bigger
what?
than.
X is greater than 3, right?
There you go. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
So, so if you get this on a quiz, do the easy ones first. Do the two lines first. Okay. So the number three is a horizontal line. It's y equals a number.
Okay.
What is that y value?
Um, for which one?
Number three. What's the y value?
It is 1.
It is always one. So again, a horizontal line is always y equals a number. That number is the y value.
Okay.
All right, number two, this is the mx plus b. See if you can come up with the equation for that on your own, please.
For number 3.
Number two,
Okay.
number two, the mx plus b.
Um. Okay. So find the slope. Uh. Okay. So it's 3. Hold on. I'm gonna use that. Okay. So is it 2/3? 2/3 is the slope, I think.
It
Or no.
is definitely 2/3 x. Yep, good.
Okay. So 2/3 x, and then does it matter which point we use to find or
Well, look,
to?
where does it cross?
Oh. Um. 4. Okay. So you're it's so if it crosses a y value, then you use
Yes.
the y axis. Okay. So 2/3 x plus 4 is so 1/2, or sorry, no, not 1/2. 2/1. So 2.
Well, I'm sorry, what are you, for number two is 2/3 x plus four. You already have it. You got the slope and the y-intercept.
Hmm? Oh, oh, I was for some reason I was thinking that was the x value. I don't know why. Okay.
Okay, now we
Uh,
haven't we have not done anything with quadratics yet. So this could
okay.
be like totally new. I don't know. Do you remember what the name is of this point right here on the quadratic down here at that's where it's in red?
No.
Called the vertex.
Okay.
So the vertex in this problem is -4, -2.
Okay.
Okay, so then have you seen this vertex form? Ax minus h squared plus k.
Yes, I've seen a little bit.
Okay, so these are the h and the k values. That's why I kind of held off on doing this one because it's totally different. Um, a a is 1. But we don't have to talk about why. So That's kind of, it's like it could be its own lesson. So I'm gonna just look at some of these other pictures, see if you've got any more of these to
Six, seven, three.
Okay, that was
see
good.
if we need to do that. It's hard to tell here.
Okay. All right.
So what do you want to do now? Because we've done a bunch of these. The other side just gets more of the same. Do you want me to make some up? I mean, what else do you think you could use help with?
Yeah, maybe just make some up. I think would be good.
Like this or going the other way where,
What's the other way?
well, the other way is to give you the function and then you to graph it.
Maybe try that then if we haven't
Okay.
really done that.
All right. So let's keep it really simple here. Let's say f of x equals -2 for x less than 3. And let's go x greater than or equal to 3, 2x minus 1. Okay.
Okay.
So what kind of a line is this -2?
That's the y. Or
It's the
so.
y value. It's saying that y is always -2. So like normally you just draw this line forever, but what does this x less than 3 mean?
Uh,
What does
well,
that mean?
um,
Does it go forever? Does it go past 3?
no, but well, this is weird because it's not. We use. I thought we did it before. It was like there was two numbers involved, but it would, but the
Doesn't
x would
have to
be
be.
greater. It could be
Doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be to the left forever.
okay. I think that's what it is then.
All right. Now, what about this 2x minus 1? Now,
Uh,
it's good for x greater than 3. So what you could do is make a table. Have you seen this in class where you put in the x values?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to put those x values into 2x minus 1
Okay. Um.
and give me the y values, please.
4, 7.
Try again.
Did I? Well, I got 4.
What's 2 times 3 minus 1? That's definitely not 4. You have to multiply before you subtract.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking 5. 5. I mean,
It is 5. Good.
and then 7.
Okay. And then the last one,
What's the bottom number? Oh, sorry, I can see
5.
it. I was just
5.
kind of close. 9.
All right, very good. So you can graph these points now, and here it's a closed circle at 3, 5. 3, 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really even have enough room, but it basically goes up like that forever.
Okay.
All right, so let's do another one here. Um I gotta find a worksheet because the ones I'm making up aren't that good, and I'd like to get that for you. So graph piecewise functions worksheet. And by the way, this is what your instructors typically do. Because a lot of times when I do a quick search, the teachers end up end up finding the same ones the teachers put together. So it takes some effort to come up with decent questions. All right. So here is, and I don't know if you have any graph paper. I don't expect that you have to, but for the first one here, the first piece is good for x less than 1. So you start your table there at 1 and you pick values smaller than 1.
Okay.
All right, so 1, like 0 and -1, put those values into the first piece here.
Okay. So that'll be one for the first one is one.
2 times 1 plus 1 is not 1. You're using the bottom piece.
Negative two times one, negative two plus three. Hmm? Negative two times one plus
But
three.
but but you're using the top one for the first. You graph these in
Oh,
pieces.
I keep zooming out. Sorry, or zooming in.
Are
I'm a,
you doing what kind of device are you using for this lesson? Are you using a computer?
yeah, computer. Sorry, I was just
Okay.
like, I don't
Okay.
know why I was zoomed
Well,
in.
some
That's
students do it on their phone, and I would tell them that's probably not the best way to do it. You can do whatever
no,
you want, but
that's my bad. Okay. So three.
all right. Yes, it is 3. Now do it for 0.
One.
Okay, and -1.
Negative one.
Got it. So at the first one, is it an open or closed circle? And it's based on that inequality there.
That would be open circle.
It is. And I like to denote that. So when you go to the graph here and do a quick sketch of it, the other ones are filled in, and then you're going to the left like this.
Okay. Okay.
All right, now the other one also starts at 1, but this time it's for bigger values. So that's where you put those back into the function.
All right. Mm, hmm. Did you want me to put the x values in?
I'm yeah. So I, let me back up here. The some of the earlier lessons I didn't really wasn't trying to get you very involved, but you definitely got to be involved here. So I'm asking you to put these x values into the second equation. Tell me the y values.
Okay. One.
Okay.
Uh, uh, wait a minute. Negative one.
Okay.
And then negative three.
You're through. Very good. All right. So is it an open or a closed circle at 1, 1?
That will be closed.
It is closed. All right. So 1, 1. Put that one in there. 2, -1. 3, -3. Get something that looks like that. Any questions on this? Because I'd like you to do the next one on your own, meaning that, I'm going to put it up and have you try and work it out. But any questions for me?
I think I'm good. I just how do you know what um values to put in for x on the like chart, not on the graph, but on the or whatever
So,
table.
so look at
Table.
look at the inequality here. So here it says x less than 1.
Yeah.
We started there, even though it's not defined there. and we just get smaller numbers. These are
If
all
it's
less than one.
even wait, but one? Are you allowed to use one though?
Well, no, but that's an open circle.
Oh,
Okay, now the other one is good at one. That's why it's filled in, and it's bigger than one, two, and three.
okay.
One, two, and three.
Okay, so you can still use one if even if it says
Yeah, you
less
always
than.
use the same number in both. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now um this one's really similar. Like, I mean, can't do much, make this, rinse and repeat basically here. Um, I want you to make two tables
Okay.
and let me know if you have any questions. But just fill out the tables first, please.
Okay, so if it's less than two, so we could do like 2, 1, 0,
Yes, that would be great.
and then -8.
Yeah, go ahead and fill it out and let me know what you come
Okay,
up
okay.
with for your entire table, and then do the same thing for the one on the right.
Okay. Um, and then okay, so for the first table, -8, -6, -4.
Like this.
Yeah.
All right, that looks good. For the next one, what values are you going to use?
Can we do 2, 3, 4?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I got -1, 3, and 7.
Okay, now at the break point, kind of that where they're both two, is the one left an open or closed circle? This one on the right an open or closed circle, and it has to do with the inequality here.
The first one should be closed, and the second one should be open.
All right, could you make a quick sketch of this on your side? Doesn't have to be very accurate. Just hopefully your arrows go in the right directions, slopes are in the right directions, things like that.
All right. Greater than 2. Would they both be 0 on the? Oh wait, never mind. Whoops. -8. Okay. All right. Think I got it.
So I'm going to graph this here, 2, -8. That's that way. 1, -6, 0, -4. So it's going to the left. Do you have something like that for the first piece?
I had it the other way. Oh crap. Okay.
So that two, and that's why you're doing this active participation here, is because that way you learn some things here. That two is this break point. Piece one, piece two. Less than or equal to means left, greater than means to the right.
Okay.
So the other one here, 2, -1, 3, 3, 4, 7. It's going to the right forever.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, so you get a chance to redeem yourself. All right, so here we go. I want you to
All right.
come up with the two tables again for each of
Okay.
these.
Yeah.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. I will just. All right. Uh, okay. So for the first one, less than or equal to -1. Less than would be like more negatives, right?
To the left, yeah. Like on a number line, there's -1, there's 0, there's -2. It's to the left.
Okay. Okay. Um, okay. So for the first one, I said -1, -2, -3, and they're all the same on the other side.
Very good. Is it an open or a closed circle there?
That is going to be closed.
Okay, and I like to denote that. All right, how about on the other one?
Uh, okay, I got -1, 0, 1,
Okay, good. And
and
then
I got
for your
five,
ones,
4, 3.
good. Okay, so is it an open or closed circle at the top there?
Oh, that's going to be an open circle.
Very good. Again, there's a division. There's a division at -1. Like there's the left part, there's the right part. If I were in a classroom, I'd make you fold your paper. I'd have you cut the graphs to like really emphasize this, but we don't have that here. But go ahead and try graphing this, and then I'll graph on my side, and you can compare.
Okay. All right. What's up? Uh, okay.
You got it.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. So we got -1, -1. That's here. -2, -2, -3, 3. So it goes to the left like that. That's the first piece, the one on the left
Yes.
here.
Let's go. I
All right,
got it.
-1, 5 is up here, open circle, 0, 4, 1, 3. So something like that on the right there.
All right.
Okay. We'll do just since we're kind of moving closer to the ones you had in class, we probably should have started with these. But there's going to be three tables for this one.
Okay.
So for the first one, it's less than or equal to -2. So -2, maybe -3, -4. And it's a filled in circle there. For the middle one, it's -2 and 4, open circle at -2 because of the less than. At 4, though, it's filled in. Is that clear why that is?
Uh, because of the
That's
equal.
key. That's really key.
Okay.
So now you evaluate the middle function at these 2 points. So I'd like you to do that. I'm going to do the other ones here. But could you evaluate the middle function at these 2 points?
Okay. So just find, just input -2 and 4.
Yep, into that middle one, into that
Okay.
middle one.
Uh, -5 and 7.
Good. And then the last one, it's at 4, you know, to the right forever. So maybe that, but at 4, it's an open circle. Could you give me the y values for that, please?
Yeah. For the third one,
Yeah, putting them in this third piece.
-4,
We're talking about this third piece, right? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. -4. Right.
and then -7, and then -10.
All right, very good. So the next thing is the graph of this, and I'll just snip this in. There's three regions this time. There's -2, -2 to 4, and then 4. So that's where it's a little bit harder when there's three pieces, but you got to remember there's that.
Yeah.
So that's why you create these graphs so that you know what to do. So at -2, -3, you got this, -3, -4, so on like that. And then for the other one, it's -2, -5, open circle, to 4, 7. You get kind of a connection in there. And the last one's 4, -4, open circle, and it's going down like that forever.
Okay.
All right. That is going to do it for us for tonight. Good job doing the late